Smoking on them phones.
Renegade, renegade, renegade,
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in them. They hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go. 3-19.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Detroit! Detroit!
Play action. Now it's Allen. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he gets gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Here we go now. Green.
They run with Ajayi. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
We're going to 54.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone!
In his own end zone, it's Allen. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. He's at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 98 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now here come the Cowboys. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now Elliott. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
He's going to get it running right, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills getting set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll start out on the ground with a Ajayi. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down. Now, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried. To dump it underneath there, you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Prescott on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Now Dak on the option left. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
46. There we go, kill. Here we go, get out. Hey, 47. 26.
First down, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here go 46. 46.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 You got 4. You got 5.
Now it's a giant. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now come the Cowboys. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That good for 22 and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
All right, now look at 56.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Allen will try again on second down. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try to run with a J. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jay as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up first and 10.
46. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick here is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A second down throw for Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. David Irving with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Prescott now, option right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To throw is Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
And the blitz does come. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and
the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jamarcus Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of a couple. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Allen on third. And incomplete here on third down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Sidesteps him at the 35. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Prescott now on second down. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Prescott now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now Dak on the option left. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Bills have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. He's going to let this one go deep. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Able to slither by. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here go 47. Let's go. Here you go. Gun.
10th carry now for Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Dak on the option left. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so that's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out come the Bills. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back. It's caught inside the 25. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big play here for the Bills. 54 yards.
Gone!
On first down, Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a toss play. It's a Ajayi. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They run again with Ajayi. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Bryant's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott now. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Bills will take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's a...
Somebody call for the queen.